Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good people, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. We are back again with another episode of SRDaily, another week 86 weeks, episode 424. 424 episodes as we getting further and further away from 400 and closer to 500. And we're just going to keep this thing rolling, man. Monday through Fridays right here. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. SR Daily. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. And I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. Peace and love. Peace and love. What's going on? You got to get this bed tightened up this week. Said food, said Kofa. What's going on, my brother? Peace and love. Happy Monday. We are still rocking and rolling here on SR Daily. Happy Mindful and Miraculous Monday. Happy Mindful and Miraculous Monday. We hope you guys enjoyed your Saturday and Sunday. Time off from work. Hope that you put more work in, more time with family, right? Good things. Hope you invested your time away from your craft, away from your gig, your job, your career, whatever it is, however you want to call it, doing something beneficial, right, for yourself, for your family, for your health, for your business, for your goals, right? We all have goals outside of, most have goals outside of whatever their day-to-day is. Some folks are fortunate enough for their goals to be aligned with their day-to-day, all right? It's another Monday back to work. Some folks are starting school now, right? I think one of my homegirls posted some stuff in New Orleans. I think she yesterday got her daughter's hair done. Today was the first day of school. First day of school coming up. She was like, she needs her hair done for the first day, and she's gonna be upset if her hair don't get done tonight. So I don't know if that's today or in a couple of days, but folks are getting ready to go back to school if they're not already going back, right? The country is a little crazy, right? Different school times, different school starts for different cities and states. Yo, Cass, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love, my brother. Sefu said, make Monday monumental. Yes, make Monday monumental. Let's hit the share button. Let's share this live with 5 to 10 of your friends who may be interested in tuning in. Just hit that share button. Don't be scared to share the content. Spread the love, spread the good vibes. Send it to somebody who may be interested in tuning in. Let's keep the good energy flowing, man. Let's send the content to folks. We are going to send to a bunch of folks right now, and then I am going to stop, and we're going to get this thing started. We're going to get started. All right, we're going to go into our segments, and we're going to have a good show. Hope that you guys, again, are feeling great, enthusiastic, are excited about the week ahead. All right, each new day, each new week brings new opportunity, right? New life, new breath, new experiences, new thoughts, new energy, right? And all that good stuff. We're going to start right now, man. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You were tuned into episode 424 of SR Daily. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. We're here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. It's day 4 of Black August. Yes. Black August. Study, fast, train, fight, commit. Study, fast, train, fight, commit. Yes. Commit to this first segment of the day. Today is August 4th. Real quick, before we go forward, let's shout out the good brother, Razor. Today is Razor's birthday. He's not online, but it is his birthday. It is the God's birthday, man. Razor is 43 today, 43 years old. Shout out to the big bro, man, 43 years old, one of the most brilliant and powerful people I know. Give him thanks, give him honor and praise for the way that he's, in his 15 years of our friendship, 16 years of our friendship, showed up. All right, for me, for my family, in so many different ways, man. Just want to shout the brother out. It don't want to slip my mind. Monday, August 4th, Razor's 43rd birthday. Shout out to the good brother. If you got his number, hit him up, shoot him a text, give him a call, tell him happy birthday, sing him a song, make him laugh, make him smile, man. Right, his brother's great brother with a great heart, man, in a big life, right? Got a lot happening in this life, but show the brother some love. Now we're going to start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment, our phrase of the day. Today's phrase is very simple. Stop and smell the roses. Stop and smell the roses. That's a phrase, and it could be a tip, right? Stop and smell the roses, because it is something that people tell you, yo, stop and smell the roses. Stop and smell the roses. It's a saying. It's one of those things. And it's literal, right? It's very literal. While you're outside, while you're traveling, going to and fro, stop to smell the freaking roses. Don't be so busy. You walk by a freaking rose bush, right? Like without hurting yourself on the thorns. Smell roses. There's tons of roses growing just here in New York City, right? Red, white, yellow, right? You might see some other colors, some mixed colors, but stop and smell the freaking roses. And it's literal, like not just the roses, but the flowers. And it's figurative. When on your freaking journey, when you're going to and fro, right? Just like outside, it's a journey. When you're going to and fro, you're going from where you are to where you desire to be, right? In the midst of all of the work, the day-to-day work, the day-to-day struggle, the day-to-day hassle, the day-to-day blessings, in the midst of all of that, and in the midst of the grand vision, right? Looking forward to where you want to go, looking forward and envisioning and imagining how it will be when you reach your destination. In the midst of all of that, stop and acknowledge the small wins. Stop and acknowledge the small wins, the subtle beauty in all of that. Stop and acknowledge the small wins, the subtle beauty. It matters. Your life, your journey, your mission is not all about work. And I say that as a person who thoroughly, wholeheartedly believes that life is about progress, right? It is about moving forward. It is about production. It is about doing something. Some people say that capitalism makes us work this hard. No, we as humans are producers, right? Before it was capitalism, we've always, right? You could say maybe not as hard and not, or you can't even say not as hard because like we've built homes and we've built ships and we've built pyramids and we've built all of these things, right? That took days and hours and weeks of intent and months and years of intense focus. So we are working, like we build, we create. That's what we do. The challenge, I think some people say, is that when you're working simply for quote unquote money and you're not working because you're not doing something that you love, right? But I'm someone who says that we are producers. However, life is not all about just work, because some production, right, producing good feelings, producing good emotions, producing, right, to produce art, to produce a beautiful portrait, right, a beautiful piece of work, right, you gotta pause sometimes. You gotta pause, chill, take a breath, let things flow, let things marinate, let things come together, right? And so it's not all work. It's not. Part of it, and even just a small part, is simply about experiencing life as it exists and happens around and within you. A part of life, I would actually say the biggest part of life, right? Because your work comes out of this, right? Your soul's work, your soul's mission, your spirit work comes out of you experiencing life as it exists and happens around you, right? The more you are in tune with life and how it happens to you, well, not really to you, it happens for you. Even the stuff outside of you is for you. Even the stuff that is painful is for you. You are one with God. You are one with the divine. You are one with Allah. You are one with the universe. And so everything is for your ultimate benefit, right? But in order to maximize it, you got to slow the freak down. You got to slow down and observe, right? Observe. Let things settle. Let the feelings. Don't get angry and then go to, like, what is this anger? Why am I feeling this anger? Where does this anger come from? What is this anger trying to teach me? Instead of the freaking inexpressible joy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This feels pretty good. This is pretty beautiful. What is this? What is this? What is this trying to teach me? What is this showing me? What is this revealing to me? What is this leading me to? Right? What is this leading me to? It's okay to be reflective. It's okay to be introspective. It's okay to go into your own mind and examine not just why the so-called bad things are happening, but also why the good things are happening, right? We ask, oh, why is the bad things happening? But very few people ask why the good things happening. And it all has a reason. It all has a purpose. And unless you observe, unless you take time to stop and smell the freaking roses, you can miss something. You can 100% miss a lesson, which, as we know, lessons are blessings. You can miss a blessing. So take your time. Take your time and smell the roses. Literally and figuratively. Take your time when you're walking down a block. Smell the roses. I noticed I haven't done it as much, right? I haven't literally like physically smelling the roses. I haven't done it as much as I used to. But for me, I will say on the flip side, I have been very aware of the small blessings, of the small wins, right? Was saying it to Kimona yesterday. Right now, although quote unquote things are not ideal, right? There's some situations I would like to be improved. There's some situations I am working to improve, actively working to improve some situations in my life, right? But I've never had every aspect of my life at the same time be on the up and up. My love life, my family life, son, brother, right? Nephew, uncle, separate, right? My fatherhood, right? My economic life, right? Financial life, my work life, right? Like, and my health. I have never had all of those things on the up and up. Two would be great, the rest would be terrible, right? One would be great, the rest would be terrible. But we're here, and I'm able to recognize, right? Although things are not ideal, right? The housing situation is not ideal. I have housing, and I have goals for better housing, right? I have goals, and we're gonna make them plans, right? And we're gonna work towards it. Family, like things are improving. I'm able to recognize that. So take time, stop, smell the roses, give yourself grace and compassion. Acknowledge the small wins. Acknowledge the small, subtle beauties that are happening in your life, inside of you and around you, right? Yo, Mama Naja, what's going on? King J Tom, what's going on? On the Run Vegan, what's going on? What's going on? Peace and love. We're gonna move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, I would need to know news of the day. I would need to know news of the day. Good news, exciting news. Australia, right? It's global news. Australia makes progress in making clean energy cheaper and easier to use with hydrogen powder. Let us read this article from our people in the Good News Network and tap into it and see what we're talking about. This is by Andy Corbley, August 1st, 2025. Australia's revolutionary hydrogen powder is easier and cheaper to use for clean energy. Let's see what they're talking about. Last year, an Australian R&D team proposed a revolutionary new way to create and transport renewable hydrogen energy. The partnership from Curtin University and Velox Energy Materials devised a circular hydrogen industry consisting of hydrogen generation, the capacity to turn it into a powdered storage form, and the infrastructure to refill the expended powder with new hydrogen. Now funded by the Australian government, reports suggest this innovation will catapult Australia to the position of world leader in renewable hydrogen exportation and make hydrogen energy use substantially more viable for countries around the world to use for achieving decarbonization targets. We need that right here in the story of Long Island City. I don't know if any of you watching, any of you tune in, understand that this area is still called Asthma Alley. This area is still called Asthma Alley. Asthma Alley is crazy air quality over here. They got what they call Big Alice, right? The freaking toxic pica plants over here. I've been involved in some stories regarding that as well. A mere month of expected output at 2030 projection targets will more than satisfy the entire global hydrogen energy demand many times over. One of the greatest revolutions in green energy since the mass production of the photovoltaic cell. And it all starts with the powder, sodium borohydride, abbreviated NaBH4. The journey of NaBH4, which is sodium borohydride, the journey of NaBH4 from a component in the dyeing and papermaking industries to a surprise role as a linchpin in the renewable energy revolution began in 2022, when Deakin University scientists in Australia applied the new science of mechanochemical reaction to infuse gas into powders by spinning it at high speeds in chambers filled with metal balls. Pure hydrogen is thought to be a critical way to decarbonize heavy industry like shipping and aviation, but many problems exist. Pure hydrogen gas is highly flammable. Yeah, it is. So transportation options are limited for safety reasons. Liquid hydrogen must be cooled to below 250 degrees Celsius, which requires extreme application of electricity, as does the compression needed to keep hydrogen in a gas form. The scientific community has been trying to find a suitable sponge-type material that can store large amounts of hydrogen for at least half a century. said Professor Ian Chin, a Deakin University nanotechnology scientist and one half of the team that discovered this mechanochemical reaction. He told New Atlas in 2022 that in comparison to liquid or gaseous hydrogen, storing it in powder doesn't require a lot of energy and it's safe under normal conditions. It's quite stable, and the hydrogen won't be released unless it's heated to a couple of 100 degrees. Some back of the envelope math Chin did on the spot seemed to indicate that creating the mechanochemical reaction will cost around 1/4 the energy expenditure of gas compression. Fast forward to 2024, and Craig Buckley, head of Curtin University's Hydrogen Storage Research Group, proposed the mass production of sodium borohydride as a storage form of renewable green hydrogen produced by Australia's ample solar and wind resources. His project proposal, sent to the Australian Renewable Energy Agency, ARENA, outlined that on a specialized tanker ship, liquid H2O costs around $10.1 per kilogram to ship, while if stored in ammonia form, it falls to $7.9 per kilo, but becomes toxic. In complete contrast, hydrogen stored as sodium borohydride costs 15% less than ammonia form and can be shipped in much greater quantities aboard regular container ships. The proposal was a hit because ARENA funded the project with $5 million Australian dollars, $5 million Australian dollars. It solved a major problem with using NaBH4 for storage previously. After the hydrogen is removed from the NaBH4, the client is left with the byproduct called sodium borate, which is costly to recycle, but Buckley and his teams found a way to reinfuse it with hydrogen, creating a circular economy. This is fascinating, right? Even all the stuff that I don't fully understand, this is fascinating because we understand that we have an energy issue in our world, right? We need clean, renewable, more green energy. Our aim is to provide a circular hydrogen export value chain, Buckley said in a media statement. The initial research component of the project will feed into the commercial stage, where a pilot facility will be designed and built in Perth to evaluate the technology for large-scale production directly from renewable electricity. And we are almost done, guys. Sustainability Times reports that ARENA, Curtin, and other corporate partners are so confident this method will lead to an energy revolution. Their production target is for 330,000 tons of sodium borohydride powder by 2030 and 550,000 tons by 2040. Each ton of NaBH4 produces around 211 kilograms of hydrogen for use as energy. The lower cost attached to this method's production and transport can make it potentially the cheapest means of exporting hydrogen from Australia. Buckley said this method could play a part in meeting the rapidly rising global demand for Australian hydrogen. Whoa. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Again, we need an energy revolution. If you are alive, if you've been paying attention, a lot of energy is we've been using fuel and gas for a very long time, and people are moving away from that with you see the rise in electric vehicles. It is big thing. We need to figure this thing out. We're using the old smokestacks, and we just been using outdated ways to get energy. We need to do something a little bit different. And so shout out to the people in Australia, right? Striving, finding solutions. Let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, our tip of the day. Today's tip is admit your fuck-ups. Admit your fuck-ups. Admit your fuck-ups. Admit your fuck-ups. Like, for real, though. When you fuck up in any way, keep it real and own up to it. When you fuck up in any way, keep it real and own up to it. It has many, many benefits. Number one, you take accountability for your role in whatever situation happens. As I mentioned before, most adults don't admit their fuck ups. Most adults like to blame and point fingers and all of the stuff, and that happens, right? But you just make sure that you admit your fuck ups, right? To yourself and to the people who you've caused harm to in your way, right? Like, admit it. It's okay. But like, y'all fucked up. I didn't make the best decision. I said something out of anger. I said something I didn't mean. And even if I did mean it, I'm sorry that hurt you. Like, I was angry, right? Like, sometimes we say, oh, we didn't mean. We don't. And we be lying sometimes, right? Like, oh, I didn't mean to say that. Yes, you did. You meant to say that. You meant to do just that. Maybe you didn't mean for it to hurt like it did, but maybe you did. Right? Like, admit that, like, yo, I wanted to hurt this person, so I said this thing. right? I did this thing in this way because I wanted to bother this person. I wanted to make this person mad. I wanted to make this person angry. I wanted to offend this person, right? We get petty sometimes and we seek revenge and we want to people cause us harm or people we don't think or we think of a certain way. We want to do things to them and say things to them and we don't care how it impacts them, right? It's like nobody wants to be seen as a fucked up human, but there's a lot of fucked up humans, right? And it's okay. Like we're all fucked up to some degree at some times to some people. And say you ain't gonna please all of the people all of the times, right? And that's okay. It's okay. Just keep it real. Keep it real with yourself, right? Keep it real with yourself. It's your integrity, right? Your accountability, your integrity, right? It shows that you are mature enough to admit when you fuck up, right? Like it's crazy because adults tell their children, oh, don't lie. Say, when you did something wrong, just tell me. But the adults don't be like, that's why children don't be telling their parents because the parents don't keep it real. Children don't tell their parents when they fuck up because parents tell them, but parents don't admit when they fuck up. So they're not keeping it real. You're not following the own guidance that you're putting out there. And children know. Children know from the youngest to the teens and the young adults. They know. They know like mommy's fronting, daddy's fronting, auntie fronting. Right, telling me that, but they fuck up all the time, and they making excuses, blaming this person and that person, and blaming this and blaming it on the alcohol and all of the things. It's okay, yo, I fucked up, kid. I'm sorry. My actions, my decisions, like cause you harm, right? If you didn't mean it, express that, right? I didn't mean it, and give time, right? A lot of times we admit hurt or we admit causing somebody pain and harm. And we take up the whole floor, like say sorry, right? Admit it, right? And then you don't got to go into how you didn't mean it, and you like let them, right? Like let it be a back and forth thing, let it be an exchange, right? If you're gonna admit your fuck ups to someone, let them express how they feel and you gotta take it, right? Because they may be really hurt, or they may express it in a way that's not, it may not be the best way, right? But like, yeah, so just admit your fuck ups, man. That's the tip for today. Very short, very sweet, very simple. A lot of us don't do it. I haven't always done it. I may still not always do it. I think I do it, right? I think I admit my fuck ups, whatever they are, to friends, to business associates, and right, like to my partner, right, all the time. Yo, my bad. I was short with you. My apologies. I'm sorry, right? So yeah, just do your best to admit your fuck ups. It has many benefits, personally and relationship wise, right? Whatever the relationship is, parent, child, parent, sibling, friend, coworker, right? Somebody in your neighborhood, right? If you are a leader, your organization, your company, right? Your supporters, keep it real. And we're gonna move right along, folks, to our fourth and final segment of the day before we get out of here. Happy Make It Happen Monday, Moski. Yes, happy Make It Happen Monday, my love. Fourth and final segment of the day. I want to put Sefu's thing up there as well. Our build of the day. Today's build is on raising children. I think raising children has to be the most beautiful and challenging thing ever. Right? Raising children. Probably next to your own personal transformation, right? Like inner transformation, when you can feel that transformation, right? That's beautiful and it's challenging. But raising children is right there, if not first, right? To the most beautiful and challenging thing ever. I never forget when I think Usha was maybe less than a year, right? So Samir is about 4 or 5. Usha's less than a year. And somebody asked me, how's fatherhood, right? How's fatherhood? And I was like, it's incredible, but it's challenging, right? It's beautiful, but it's freaking frightening, right? Like it's freaking, it can induce anxiety, cause anxiety, but it can set you at such peace, right? It is every opposite that can exist within the human emotion, right? Fear, courage, bravery, right? Anxiety, right? It can stir up feelings of all types of things. So it's the most beautiful and challenging thing ever. Because I think parenting, raising children affords you, right? Because it's a beautiful thing to be able to experience all emotions, right? All emotions that could exist within you, right? That you could experience. I think it's a beautiful thing. Most people don't experience all the emotions, right? And I think it's beautiful to experience joy and sadness, and then to experience it close together and at the same time, right? I think that's a beautiful thing because it's challenging, but the challenges allow us to grow, right? And so any opportunity for growth, I think, is a beautiful thing, right? But yeah, man, like your interactions with the children, your interactions with your partner or co-parent, right? Your husband, your wife, your co-parent, right? The decisions you make outside of family, right? Decisions you make with your friends can impact your parenthood, right? Decisions you make at work impact your parenthood, impact your children. Like all of it impacts your children because all of it impacts you. All of it impacts you, even if on an energetic level your children are impacted. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that more and more and more and more and more as I continue to live, continue to grow as a father, right? Specifically, right, with the situation as it's been a little tough, lately, right? Last few years it's been a little tough. But I'm learning that like you got to protect your energy as a parent because even if right, like understand that life happens in frequency, right, in waves, right, in vibration, and so we are connected. All of us are connected. Parent children are connected more than any others, right? Parent children and siblings, right? Parent child. Your child is an expression, an extension of your energy, right? Because your child is an extension of your energy. Whatever energy you are feeling, even if you are thousands of miles away from your child will feel as well to some degree. Your child will feel as well. And then your child feels it. Your children feel it, right? You have a co-parent, right? Well, you're married, right? Like, however, married, other parent, they feel the energy, right? It goes, right? Because they're impacted, right? So even though there's maybe no blood relation there other than the DNA shared to create the child, right? You don't share blood with that person, right? But there is an energetic bond, right, that is felt through the child, right? So if the parent is tuned in, whatever the child is feeling, the parent will feel, right? And so your energy matters, and like this is deeper than just, oh, I fed you, I put clothes on the table. I put food on the table, clothes on your back, a roof over your head. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's emotional stability. It's mental clarity and peace and stillness, right? It's spiritual stillness and like tranquility. Is deeper than, yo, I fed you, I clothed you, I'm putting you in the best school, right? All those things are, of course, extremely important, right? The extracurricular activity is extremely important. But I like to ask, if there's a thing that's most important, what is it? Is it the spiritual, the emotional, the mental, right? Or is it the physical? Physical body in the physical world, school and all of these things. Or is it, right? And I don't know. I just think that we don't put enough emphasis on the importance of spiritual, emotional, and mental wellness of a child and securing that for them and helping, ensuring that they are at peace, that they are still, that they are grounded, they are cared for in that way emotionally, right? A lot of parents, unfortunately, get caught up and it's just the physical, right? It's just the physical, and we don't really care about the mental and emotional. And then, yeah, it's a lot, right? Raising children has to be the most beautiful and challenging thing ever. It is not an easy thing. As they said, there are no manuals, but we can always strive to do our best. And even that sometimes won't be enough. And it's okay. It's okay for you to say, right, your child is older, your child is, young adult or an adult, and you're having a conversation and they telling you some things that you did that caused harm or some things that you did that they didn't like, whatever the case may be. And you say, parent, oh, I did my best. And they say, but it wasn't enough. Both things could be true. You can do your best and your best cannot be enough. You play sports, you did your best. The other team was just better that day. Like, you did your best. You did everything you practiced. You did everything you worked on. Everything you saw in your head, you did. You tried to execute the team. You was great. That team was just better. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes your best is not enough, and that's okay. It's okay for your child to tell you, yo, that wasn't enough. Both things can be true. You don't got to be mad at them. You shouldn't be mad at them because, like, better your best. Get better. Get better. That was your best at that time. I needed more. Your best wasn't enough for me. I'm sorry. I needed more. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But guys, that's the show. That is our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moski said word. But listen, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marcy. This is episode 424 of SR Daily. Please do join us right back here tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful Monday. Peace.